There we go. Okay, here we go. So, Starflight 2. Press any key to continue. Now this game, it only has music like when the game first starts. It has nothing after that. So we're gonna start up a brand new game. And let me just put this like a bit more in the background. I just want like that background hum. Oh god, that's the game soundtrack right there. Oh, that ear-splitting oh. Okay, so copyright 1989 binary systems. Let's get into it. Warning, any being caught with an unauthorized copy or version of this software product will be punished by Interstellar Corporate Police. Punishment may include the destruction of the offending being. Now that sounds like fluff. Alright, that sounds like fluff right there, but it's not. Okay? Let me tell you, that warning is 100% real. Okay? 100%. So here we go, we're in the game. This is Starflight 2. Which, okay, look, I gotta be blunt, I've made this comparison before, but, like, when I first played this game, when I first played it, you know, it was a little bit after, like, yeah, it was, I think it was around the time No Man's Sky came out. I gotta be honest, like, when it comes to a space exploration, you know, discovering new planets and all that game, I'd rather play this. I'd rather play this than No Man's Sky. So, okay. I don't know how familiar everyone is with this game, but I'm gonna break everything down anyway. So, this is a space exploration sim type of game. Yeah, getting that out of the way. Now, first things first, let me, kind of gotta remember the controls. I think they're pretty simple. I think it's just like space and enter. But, operations. Interstellar. Orbital division. So here's the thing, this game has a news system. Like, as time advances, events are gonna happen. Some of them are related to the player, some of them are just occurrences in the game. So let's take a look at our current notices. They're probably just gonna be like tutorial things. So 01014639, to all captains, welcome. You have undoubtedly read your mission briefings. We of Interstellar would like to extend our sincerest thanks for you risking your lives and, in fact, facing almost certain and painful death in order to ensure the freedom of our families back on Earth. We would like you to know that if there is anything at all that we can do for you, short of lowering the price in Starport or excessively inconveniencing ourselves, we would welcome the opportunity. Also, please rest assured that after successfully completing your mission, you will not be forgotten by us. In fact, you will receive a fabulous reward of immeasurable value, which we are not at liberty to discuss at this time. We go with you in spirit, the gang here at Starport. Yes, we are going to learn, Red Bear. We are going to learn. Alright, so I think that's, oh, we got another notice? No, I think that's it. So, that's all the notices for right now. So yeah, there's a whole, like, you know, news system in the game. I like it. I like it a lot. Then you got the bank. So, look at this. Look at this. So, 01014639, game purchase, minus 50 credits. So yeah, like, they actually put the purchase of the game as one of your transactions in the game. But anyway, the bank gives us a 12% interest rate, and we have 25,000 credits. They're not called Moo, and I forget what they're called, but 25,000 generic units of currency. How about that? 25,000 generic units of currency. Yeah, the copyright protection is pretty fucking rough. If you get the copyright protection wrong, the space police, they will just completely annihilate you. So you got to be careful. So here we have personnel. Okay, now here's where we get fun. All right. So I need a crew of about, I think 6 should do. Hold on. Let me double check that. Okay, let me see how many. Okay, so here's what I need. I need a captain, I need a captain, a science officer, a navigator, an engineer, communications, and a doctor. So I need 6 people. All right. So let's go to personnel. Yeah, I know, 12% interest. That's fucking good. So, okay. We have to create some people now, and we have a choice between humans, androids, Eloan, which are plant people, Thrin, which are dinosaur reptile people, and Velox, which are bug people. Now, there's a couple of things about this, alright? Now, you'll notice some stats, right? So, first things first, androids, they're very durable, but they have no learning capability. So, like androids, they're really good for like sending down to planets that have, you know, terrible atmospheres and all kinds of things like that. But they can't learn. That's a problem. And then, okay, like you take these guys right here, the plant people, they have like 2 durability. And that means that, okay, like if you send a plant person, if you send them down to a planet that has high gravity, they will just like buckle, like they will, their spines will collapse and they'll just die. So yeah, you have to think about this sort of thing when you put your crew together. Personally, I don't like to use plant people and I don't like to use robots. I only use humans, Velox, and Thrin because they're durable. They learn pretty good. So okay. First off, we need a captain. So okay, like who wants to be the captain of the ship? Who wants to be the ship's captain? Or maybe I should do the ship captain, and then but we need a science officer, we need a navigation officer, an engineer, communications, medicine. Like we need lots of people to staff this ship. So who wants to be who, right? Let me think. Let's see. Got a couple of options here. Well, actually, first off, I usually make each ship captain should be a lizard. Well, oh, here's something interesting about the lizards, right? If you look at their stats, the lizards have very high communications. So like, yeah, how about this, okay? I'm gonna make the lizard man, and you can be, yeah, Frog, you can be our lizard guy. They're really good at communications, so I'm gonna make that our comms officer, okay? You are our ambassador, basically. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's, alright, so that can be, I'm probably gonna have to abbreviate that, so like ambassador, that's abbreviation. I'm not gonna be able to fit it all. How about just Ambassador Frog? Ambassador Frog. Because I can't fit it all, but I want to get your title in there. Okay, like I want to get your title in there. Alright, you're Ambassador Frog. So, okay, we need some more people here. Okay, that's our communications officer. But we need more. Now, I usually make Red Bear the engineer. Okay, here we go. Gonna be a doctor. Okay, well, if you want to handle medicine, let's see. Plant people are the best at that, but like I said, plant people are not very durable. So we're gonna stick with human. Okay, you're gonna be human. Most of our crew is probably gonna be human. So there you go. You're Dr. Aiko. Well, wait, we can probably fit a last name, right? There we go. Like, so you have a formal first and last name, Dr. Aiko Blue. First name Aiko, last name Blue. You get the full name. All right. So let's see. What else do we need? We need engineering. Arth. Yes, Arth. So let's. Yeah, I usually make Red Bear the engineer. So because I like the. All right. Now we could make him a bug. Could make him a bug. Maybe. I don't like to have too many bugs on board. But engineering is pretty important, so you're gonna be Red Shirt Bear. There we go, so Red Bear is now Red Shirt Bear. Alright, we're getting party members here, but we need quite a few more. Alright, we still need Yeah, so we have a doctor, we have communications, we have engineering. We still need science, navigation, and a captain. Which actually, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll fill the captain's seat. Okay, like I'll fill the captain's seat, so I'll be captain double. There we go. And okay, we got 2 more, so we need science and navigation. Oh, see, here's the thing, TMD. Androids have very high engineering, this is true, but they have no learning ability. So, like, they don't learn, which means, yeah, they have really high engineering, but that's all they'll ever have. A normal, like a normal life form, they can eventually go much higher than an android. So let's see. Okay, we still need... How about some navigation? We'll go with another Velox. So we need navigation here. Who wants to be our navigator, our bug person navigator, and who wants to be our human science officer? We still need that. Like, we have a doctor, but we also need a science officer on top of that. Let's see, what do we got to work with here? Like, I need more red shirts. Alright, there you go. Okay. So you can be, let me think, is there anything I can do with this? So you'll be our navigator. Alright. So you'll be I'm trying to think of like a good fun sci-fi name for this, like Jim the Bug, or I don't know, Jim the Bug Person. Too long, right? I don't know. Hey, why not? You will just be a bug person called Jim. Plain and simple, right? Just plain and simple. A bug named Jim. And then finally, we just need a science officer. So, okay. So yeah, you'll be our science officer. You know, since you're probably a scientist, so we'll call you Dr. TMD. All right? Or no, Mr. TMD. So that every time I have to ask the science officer something, you know, Mr. TMD, give me a report. There we go. So that sounds good to me. So we have a full crew now. All right, we have a full crew. We can train them a little bit if we want, and I'm gonna do that. But first, let's make sure that our ship is in good order, okay? So there's a couple other things. We don't need to check out the trade depot. That actually doesn't really have any use for us right now. We're gonna check out crew assignment. So yeah, let's assign the crew. So first up is the captain. Alright, so I need to pick Captain Double, and we'll just put them right in there. And then the science officer, which is gonna be, just tab to it, Mr. TMD. And then the navigator will be Jim. And the engineer, Red Shirt Bear. Alright, and Ambassador Frog, it's communications. And Dr. Ico Blue, that's our doctor. So there we go. We have a full complement. Alright, our ship is 100% staffed. So now let's do a little, there's a couple other things I want to do. Alright, before we, you know, launch and get out of here. Ship configuration. So, okay, there's a couple of things we're gonna need. Alright, so here's our ship, and I'm just gonna name it real quick. Yeah, what a dream team. So I'm gonna name the ship, so ship name is the ISS Awesome. Okay, so the ISS Awesome, and right now it has like class 1 everything. It doesn't have any missiles, but we're not, like, I'm just gonna spoil it right now. We're not gonna be doing a whole lot of fighting early on. Fighting early on can cause problems. So let's see, what we want to focus on is basically exploration and trading. That's what we want to focus on to begin the game. So we're gonna need lots of cargo pods. Alright, like we're just gonna buy up a ton of cargo pods. pretty much as many cargo pods as we can hold. Now, that's going to slow us down. Okay, like, yeah, buying all those cargo pods are going to slow us right down. So let's take a look. Engines. We can get better engines right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell our old engines, our Class 1 engines. And I'm going to buy... Yeah, I'm going to buy some better engines. Not Class 3. Class 3 is a little bit too much for us. We're going to buy Class 2 engines. Alright? So our acceleration is still poor, but it's not that poor. Yeah, this game, well, there's a lot of old games that had a very similar setup to this. Like, a lot of them. No, I don't think we'll be doing any slaves, but well, you'll see. You know what? We'll get to it in a minute, okay? Like, we will get to it in a minute. Like, there's in this game, one thing you can do is you can go down to planets and you can basically stun alien life forms and scoop them up into your cargo hold and sell them. This can be both plants and animals. Also, there's primitives. Like, there's primitive aliens, like, you know, aliens that haven't discovered spaceflight yet. You can go down and just you can be an asshole and just like laser beam their cities and all that. It's great. So okay, we've got our cargo pods, we've got everything we need. So now it's time for training. Okay, like we don't want to spend too much money on training. We want to save some money for trade. But let's get some basics handled. So there's some very basic things that we want to get taken care of. So first off, let's go ahead and train the engineer, because engineering is very important in this game. I mean, like, really important. So let's give him like 10 units of training. Costs like 3,000 each. So there we go. We gave him like 10 units of training. And medicine is also quite important. But also, like, communication is very important too. So let me go to Ambassador Frog. Let's give him like 10 units of training. Communication, you'll see why having good communication is very important, like soon enough. And yeah, let's give the doctor a little bit of training. Let's give him like 10 units of medicine training. Oh no, actually, hold on. We don't want to do that. Let's give him 0 units of training. What's really important is the science officer, Mr. TMD. We want to give him as much training as he can possibly have. Like, just as much. 23 units, even. Okay, so he's at 250 now, and that's probably all we can do. So let's exit out. Okay, let's check the bank. We only have 500 credits, so okay. We're good. I trained the science officer. I trained the doctor a little bit, the engineer a little. The navigator, I'm kind of worried that the navigator is not very good, but it's all right for now. Okay? So before we launch, let's save the game, because you want to save your game. So let's give it a second to save. Yeah, save game and resume. Yeah, Space College is quite expensive. So, okay, here we are. We have a nice crew. They're half decently trained. Half decent. Yeah, like, we have no money, but our ship is very good. You know, it's got decent engines, lots of cargo space. So we're ready to do some space trading, so let's do it. Let's get in there. So let's go into the docking bay. Okay, here we are. Ship computer activated. Pre-launch procedures complete. Standing by to initiate launch. So here's, okay, what you're seeing right now, this is like the main menu of the game. Okay, like most of the gameplay is going to be here. So, okay, the date is 01/02/01 4639. That's a long date. Okay, yeah, we have 26% cargo. We actually have some cargo already in our hold. Like, we're already primed for trading. So let's go ahead. No space blackjack and hookers. None of that now. So let's go to the captain. All right, and we want to launch. So begin the launch procedures. Ready to launch? Yes, I am. Calibrating. Okay. So let me tell you about this game's copy protection, okay? So the Starflight games, they have very aggressive copy protection, but it's actually really fun. So like in the first game, the copy protection is you have to get a launch code, right? So like in the first game, like shipped with the game is like it's like a cardboard wheel, right? It's like a decoder wheel, and you have to spin it around to certain passphrases, and it'll give you like a certain like a code, and it's really neat, right? And in this game, it's a star chart, and you have to look at the star chart, and you have to look at certain coordinates and count the number of stars. It's aggressive, but it's, you know, it's kind of fun. But I have a universal code, and the universal code is 34789. And that'll get us out. Space Police won't hassle us. So let's do that. Yep, that is correct. Alright, let's get ready to launch. Buckle your seatbelts. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. So here we are. Space. So yeah, we're in space now. Yeah, standing by to maneuver. So now we go to the bridge, and we go to the navigator. So, okay, like, let me break down how gameplay works. How gameplay works is you have a menu, which is all of your officers, your captain, science, navigator, engineer, comms, doctor. And from this menu, you basically, whenever you want to do something, you have to go to one of your officers. So, like, if I want to navigate somewhere, then I have to ask my navigator, Navigator Jim, to take me there. So I'm going to say maneuver. And here we are. So now I have control, and I can kind of, you know, I can maneuver around. So our home base is right here, orbiting a blue star. And, okay, so you want to know something fun about this game? You want to know something really fun? So not only does time pass in this game, but the planets, they actually orbit their star. Like, if I were to leave this system right now and go exploring and then come back, like, all the planets would be in a different position in orbit. They actually, like, their orbits actually, you know, rotate around their star. It's kind of neat like that. Yeah, a lot of them on GOG, they program out the copyright protection. This is not one of those games. Yeah, no. If you put the copy protection in wrong, the Space Police, they'll pull you over and you know, they'll say, like, you gave invalid launch codes, and if you don't give them the right code, they will fucking kill you. Alright, so let's leave our solar system, alright? Let's boldly go. It's time to go interstellar. Okay, here we are. So we're now doing interstellar travel. Now here's another mechanic, alright? Here's another mechanic. Oh, motion detected. Let me take a look at the star map. So, okay, let me explain something. It does not require, it doesn't require fuel to travel within a system. But the moment you leave a system, it costs fuel. Like, it requires fuel to go from point A to point B in the universe. Oh yeah, the gravity, the super gravity it'll fucking kill you. So yeah, here's the star map, and it's actually pretty big. Like, see, you can scroll up and yeah, look at it. See, this map is you know, it's not the hugest, but it is a yeah. I wonder what that thing is. That sparkly thing. But yeah, it's not the biggest map, but there's a lot going on. Okay, like, there's a whole lot going on. So, okay, we are right here. We're the blue square. Okay? So there's a couple of systems that are nearby. And there's even some sentient life nearby. And we're gonna meet them very soon. So, yeah, let's exit out of that, and let's go exploring. So, oh! Commencing system penetration. Penetration achieved. Okay. So we're in a whole new solar system now. Okay, like, we're in a whole new system with quite a few planets, actually. So let's get into the meat of the game, shall we? And the meat of the game is exploration. And I love the exploration in this game. So, okay. Here's a nice red planet. Let's take a look. Okay, let's go into orbit. Initiating orbital maneuver. Orbit established. No eating the aliens. I know they make good chicken nuggets, but no. Okay, so here's the thing. If we wanted to, we could just take the ship down right now. That's not what you want to do, okay? So the first things first is let's go to the bridge and Science Officer TMD, report. So, oh yeah, the planet moves. Everything moves. The planets, like I said, the planets, they actually orbit around their star. So, like, the position of the planets will change. Alright, so here we have some options. So we're going to go to the sensors. That's the first thing you got to do. So, Mr. TMD, give me a report. Alright, and here's what the sensors report. And the more skilled that your science officer is, the better the report will be. Like, the better and more accurate the report will be. So, okay. Basics. This planet, it has no biosphere, so there's no life. It has 1% mineral content, which is not very good. The atmosphere is methane, hydrogen, cyanide, so it's going to be rough down there. Hydrosphere is chlorine compounds. The lithosphere is tin, rhodium, and cobalt. So if you wanted those minerals, you might be able to get it, but the quantities are very small. So what's the analysis? So yeah, now that you've taken a sensor reading, you can get a more in-depth analysis. So let's do that. Okay, so Mr. TMD is telling me that the object, object planet, orbit number 3, predominant surface is molten. Now here's the thing that you gotta watch out for. The gravity. The gravity on that planet is 5.55 Gs, which is, that's not enough to crush the ship, but if we go down there and we get out of the ship, it's enough to hurt us. Okay, like, it's enough to hurt us if we get out of the ship and go walking around. The atmosphere is very thick, the temperature is tropical to inferno, and the global weather is violent. Now, the problem with violent weather is that means you're going to be getting lots of storms, and those can all kill our crew. Like, they can just kill us. So yeah, we want to not do that. So yeah, this mission, we gotta pull the abort lever. We could go down there if we wanted to, but it would be a suicide mission, so we need to leave. So let's maneuver away. Okay, so yeah, like, that right there, that is the bulk of the gameplay of this game. You are searching out planets, you're looking around, and if you wanted to, you could just go right down there, but if you're not careful, if you're not paying attention, if you ignore the warnings and you don't get a proper survey, you could just, like, your ship could just instantly be crushed the moment you get near the planet. You have to watch out for that sort of thing. Or, like, you could try to land on a gas giant and, you know, you just die the moment you step out of the ship. It's, you have to watch out. So how about this planet? Okay, now this planet looks much smaller. So, okay, let's go to the bridge, and Science Officer Mr. TMD, give me a report. Sensor report, minerals very low. It's hydrogen, helium, metal compound, hydrosphere. Again, it's much like the last planet. Yeah, let's take a look. The analysis. The gravity is very low, but it's a molten planet, just like the other one. Atmosphere is very thin. The temperature is inferno, which that means if we go down there, we're going to get cooked alive. The global weather is moderate, though. The weather is quite nice. Unfortunately, it's like 5,000 degrees, but it's quite nice, I assure you. So yeah, it seems like not viable. Let's keep going. Yeah, maybe we'll find the one ring there. No, I think we might just burn up if we try to go down there. So there's a couple of planets floating around the outside of the system. Let's take a look at those. Oh, now look at that. See, that looks like it might be water, right? Well, here's the thing. It looks like water. It's blue like water. But for all we know... Okay, here's the thing. For all we know, all of that blue, that might be like, I don't know, it might be like I don't know, some kind of nitrogen. It might be like we go down there, we just die, right? So we don't know what that is. So we need to... It's why you can't just look at a planet and go, oh, hey, look, it's got blue, it's got water, it's, you know, it's an Earth-like planet, let's go down there. No, you can't do that, okay? You can't do that, so let's go to the bridge. Sensor report. Okay, the mineral content is pretty good. Yeah, look, it's got 42% minerals, which means if you want to do some mining, that sounds pretty promising. The atmosphere is made of fluorine and chlorine, so that's not great, but hey, look, we have environmental suits, that's fine. It has no hydrosphere. The lithosphere is platinum, tungsten, and silver. Well, that seems pretty good. Yeah, see, Science Officer Mr. TMD is quite reliable so far. So now let's get a good analysis, right? Okay, so the planet, it has 5.18 Gs of gravity. Now that's that's pretty rough, but it's not terrible. We can go down there and we can, it might hurt us a little bit, but like, we can do it. Now the atmosphere is very thick. The temperature is from Arctic to tropical, so it has a good range. But here's the problem. The problem is that the weather is violent. And remember, violent weather means that, like, when we touch down, you know, we might be in the middle of a storm. We might be in the middle of a hurricane. We might be in the middle of a tsunami. We don't know. And that can get us all killed. So we don't want to land there. It's tempting, and we could totally do it if we want to. But it would be a bad idea. I'm telling you right now, it would be a bad idea to try to do that. So let's check the last planet in the system and see if it has anything to promise. Let's get a... Okay, it's one big orange planet. Prospects are not looking good. But again, Science Officer Mr. TMD, give me a report. Hold on. Let's not maneuver. Let's get in there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a gas giant. I'm pretty sure, but let's let's give it a shot. 2% ammonia compounds, lead, chromium, magnesium. But here's the thing. Let's go to the analysis, right? Yeah, no, this is not good. Yeah, if you look at it, the predominant surface is gas. The gravity is 14.20. So there's two problems. You don't even need to look at anything else. There's two problems with this planet. First problem is it's a gas giant, so there's nothing to land on. The second problem is that it has 14.20 Gs of gravity, which means it's going to crush our ship like a tin can. So yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to stay away from that. So okay. So this whole system right here, there is one planet that we can land on safely and that has anything to offer. And even then, it's still not a very safe planet. So we're gonna leave, okay? We're leaving the system. Oh, scanners indicate unidentified object. So here we are, we're in the middle of a bunch of green things, and this is our first contact. So this is first contact right here, and they'll probably want to talk to us in a second. Yet we're being scanned. Receiving transmission. Ah, yes, well, new, sway, chirp, greetings, click, shake, squirt, twist, tandaloo, eshve, dip, hum, dip, pop, pop, squirt, rattle, click, turn, vessel, chirp, have, hiss, of pop, shiver, and you hiss, click, shiver, hiss, us. So, okay, here's the thing, right? They're still, oh god, they're giving us more transmissions. So here's the problem. Our communications officer, Ambassador Frog, he's not properly trained, so the translation technology is not quite working properly. So, see, that's why It's why, like, okay, look, they're saying, ah, yes, mysterious signs, click, sway, portents, hiss, expand, squirt, your arrival. Nothing you can click or say can chirp, hiss, whine, we rattle, twist, sway, eshve, click, our wisdom sway, the click, squirt, expand. So, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I don't know if they're saying they're gonna tentacle fuck us, or if they're saying we come in peace. And that's the problem, okay? We don't know. And they're talking to us, and eventually they're going to ask us a question, and I don't know how to answer that question. So this is the problem, okay? If you don't have a properly trained communications officer, things like this will constantly happen. You will constantly encounter aliens that you cannot understand. All right? Yeah, fire all cannons. Like, look at this. See, they're talking about turning and our ignorance and sacrosanct. Like, this sounds like it could be either, like, they could either be threatening us or they could be trying to make peace with us. We don't know. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Like, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna leave because I can't understand them properly, and until we can properly understand them, we're just gonna, like, there's gonna be problems. So we're gonna leave that area behind. Let's go to the Starbat. Okay, there's another planet, or another system, and it's a bit to the west. Yeah, well, you know, they didn't attack us, right? They did not attack us, so I'm guessing they're at least semi-peaceful. But this is one of the mechanics that I really like about the game, okay? Like, one of the mechanics I really like about the game is that, like, you know, until you have a 100% perfectly trained communications officer, you don't always know. Like, you don't always know what the aliens are saying. I think that's really cool. Like, I think it's really cool that, you know, like, every step of the way, you understand them more and more and more. And until you fully understand them, it's like you're only getting half of the message, you know? Like, you don't know if they're saying we come in peace, or, you know, we come to eat your babies. We don't know. And miscommunications can happen. And I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, think about it. That's semi-realistic, you know? Like, first contact with aliens, you won't know what the hell they're saying. Okay, let's navigate. We're detecting motion again. Okay, there's another system. Okay. So there's only one planet, and I think I know where we are. But, yeah, Ambassador Frog. You know, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to make a dinosaur the communications officer. Maybe. Okay, so let's go over to the planet. And there's motion detected. Let's go into orbit. Oh, scanners indicate unidentified object. I believe it's the Eshve again. So let's get out of here. Let's just maneuver away before they have a chance to say anything. Okay. Ooh. Downloading satellite data. Cultural information received. Okay, so we've got something to work with here. That's good. So yeah, we've just discovered a habited planet. Again, it's probably the Eshve homeworld. So okay, let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? So, Science Officer, Mr. TMD, give me a full report. Sensors. Biosphere 85%, minerals 5%. The atmosphere is nitrogen, oxygen, water, hydrosphere. So it's a 100% habitable Earth-like planet. Okay, how about the analysis? All right, it's mostly liquid, 1.03 Gs, very nice. The atmosphere is thin, the temperature is Arctic to tropical, and the global weather is none, so it's a very nice planet. So now let's get an analysis of the culture. Now this is a button we haven't used before, so give me an analysis. Alright, it is inhabited by Tandaloo Eshve. They are spacefaring. Population is very dense, their economy is inflated. Their trading style is they like to bargain a lot. Cultural analysis. Okay, so here we go. Here's an explanation. They are a radial tentacled life form, relatively non-aggressive to all but the Ashvara, extremely religious culture based on ceremony. They will sell... Okay, so they will sell System Scanner, Holovids, Assorted Eyeball Tasties, and they will buy God Mask, Yellow Huggers, Hot Fungus, and Popberry plants. So, okay, we've got some information. So, here's a big thing about this game. This game has a very, very dynamic trading economy system going on. You know, certain planets will buy certain things, and then within the planet, certain merchants will buy and sell certain things for varying prices. And let me take a sip of my drink, because I've been talking for like over 3 hours. My voice is starting to go. Okay, so let's go down there. Alright, I think it's time. I think it's time to make a landing. It's time to make first contact. So I'm gonna go to the navigator. No, not the navigator. Let's go to the captain. Yeah, it's time to land. Alright, so... Oh yeah, it's very ahead of its time. That's why I like it. And you know what I said at the beginning of this? I even said it. It's like, you know, between this and like, you know, a game like No Man's Sky, I'd rather play this. Like, for my space exploration game, I'd rather play this. And yes, it is similar to Star Control. Another game I'll play at another time. Yeah, so okay. So here we have a detailed map of the planet, and now we get to select a site. So yeah, like, not only... This isn't like, you know, it's not like you just land on a generic spot on the planet. No. So we have before us an entire map of the planet, and we can land wherever the hell we want. Like, if I wanted to, I could land in the middle of this giant lake if I wanted to. Or like, yeah, see the different colors? Those are different elevations. So if I wanted to, I could land like up here in the mountains, away from the population. Or I could land down here in, this is a more moderate area, so there's more, it's more likely that there's like people, you know, living and trading down here. So yeah, like I can just land wherever the hell I want. So I'm gonna land right here, because why not? Good a place as any, right? So yeah, I'm picking latitude 32S, longitude 42E, and that's where we're gonna land. So strap your seatbelts on. We're going down there. We're gonna make first contact on this alien planet. Let's descend. Alright, computing descent profile, autopilot engaged, all the 3D graphics, the entry procedures. Whoa, we're going 3D now. There we go. So, safe landing, Commander. Okay, so we've landed on the planet. That, again, you have to use a little bit of imagination, like just, you know, imagine, the ship entering the atmosphere, gotta deal with the, burning up in the atmosphere and all that. Yeah, but we made a safe landing, okay? Yeah, it blows your mind. So, okay, let's disembark. Okay, let's hop out of the ship. Alright, auto sampling device is activated. Okay, it is hazy. So the weather on the planet is hazy right now. And so here we have the crew vitality, and oh god, I see a blob. Okay, let me try to explain things. So on the planet, and let me go to move, because scanning new terrain, it's that might be a little loud too. You know what, let me just let me mix the audio down a little bit, because certain sound effects can be a little bit loud. So let me just kind of mix that down just a little bit, just a bit. There we go. Okay. So yeah, when you're down on the oh god, they're getting too close. They're getting too close. Let's move. Yeah, the alien life forms, you notice that they're following me. So when you're on the planet, you have a Land Rover. Like, you have a little, a little Land Rover to move around with. We're gonna have to deal with those things. Okay, hold on. We gotta fight back. Yeah, I have like a little bit of an ambient background. It's just like a hum, you know, just kind of, just to fill the air. It's just, you know, just a little ambience. I don't feel like running music for this one. I just want ambience. So, okay, we gotta fight back. Let's use our weapons. So here's how you fight. You aim and then fire. And we gotta hit. Okay, we have to take the other one down. We missed. Okay, we gotta try again. Okay, we gotta hit. So now let's go to move, and very quickly before they're only stunned right now. Uh-oh, the life form attacks. Oh god, the life forms. Yeah, the life forms are too much. They're too goddamn much. Oh yeah, I'll have to pick up a new, yeah, I'll have to pick up a soundtrack that'll work with this. I gotta think of something. But yeah, we need to kill these things. I wanted to stun them, right? I wanted to stun them so that I could properly study them for science. But no, I think I'm gonna have to kill them because these are aggressive, hostile, alien life forms. Alright, like I'm gonna have to do this. And our skills are not very good right now, so that's why we're missing constantly. It's because our skills just aren't very good. Oh, I can't hit anything. Unfortunately, the game pauses. Like, while you're doing this, the game pauses. We can't hit anything. God damn. Let's keep moving. Have they stopped attacking? No, they haven't. I was like, have they stopped? No, they're still attacking. Okay, so we hit one. So now let's go for the kill. Okay, like we see the blue like lines around it. That means it's stunned. We need to kill it. Because it's just gonna wake back up. Oh wait, hold on. We might be able to scoop it up into our cargo hold. Let's do it. It's a purple screecher. Capture it. Alright, the life form has been captured and put into stasis. Good. Yeah, the combat is a little clunky, but it works. Okay, like, it works. I'm gonna try to take this other one out, and I want to look at it before we capture it, okay? Oh god, we're missing constantly. Come on, just get a hit. Look at this. God damn, these red shirts, right? These red shirts, all they're good for is just, yeah, all they're good for is getting eaten by tar monsters. Okay, there we go. We got a hit. I don't think that stunned it. We're gonna have to do it again. Okay, let's take a look at it, shall we? So I'm gonna try to analyze the monster, or the alien life form. Okay, here we go. Yeah, who's aiming? Okay, so a long, slender, four-legged creature that resembles a large, hairless, tailless cat. The skin of the creature is a deep purple in color and extremely smooth. So that's your description of the thing that we just got. It has curved tusks and two sets of eyes, the second of which are extremely large and are only opened at night. This creature is extremely agile and generally hunts in pairs. When agitated or excited, it will often make a piercing screech. Okay, let's, oh, I think it's dead. I think we've killed it. Yeah, I think it's dead at this point. So, let's go over there. And we've got a life form. Oh yeah, we can't pick it up. We killed it. Yeah, we killed the life form, but it's a purple screecher. And they attack in packs, and that's why there was two of them, like, chasing after our Land Rover. I'm not entirely sure what increases accuracy. Like, I'm not overly sure. Oh god, there's another alien. There's another alien life form. Let me get a description of it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You use imagination, and that's what I really like about this kind of game, is that it, because the graphics are so minimal, like, they get the job done, they get the job done, but because they're so minimal, you have to use your imagination. I like that. So let's, what are we looking at here? What's this blue worm thing? It is a long tube of shiny black gelatinous material. Projecting out along the body of this life form are thousands of small waving feelers. At each end of the creature is a writhing hose. As it moves, the front hose sucks up dirt and small life forms, while the rear hose shoots out the debris. The life form leaves a trail of slime as it moves, and it gives off a pungent odor of rotten meat. So, I guess it's like a big... It's like a big amoeba worm thing that it's basically constantly eating and shitting at the same time. Okay, I think we need to shoot this thing down for science. You know, for science, right? So let's get closer. And let's aim and fire. Gotta hit. Alright. It is a vacuum slug. So let's capture the vacuum slug. Okay, so the vacuum slug has been captured and put into stasis. So let's take a look around. There's got to be some more things here, right? Okay, what is this? It looks like a tree. Like, this looks like some kind of tree. Well, let's take a look. Okay, so it is a small, delicate, rust-colored plant with a few large, hexagonally shaped leaves. Growing from the base of this plant are several large clusters of small pink berries with black spots. When this plant is disturbed, it releases a chemical into the berries, causing them to explode like loud firecrackers, thus frightening off any predators. Now, that's a very interesting alien plant. I'll give it that. Like, it's so basically it's got like berries that grow off of it that explode when you try to pick them, essentially. That's interesting. Let's scoop it up into our cargo hold. What is it? It's a popberry plant. Okay. Well, if you remember, the Eshve on this planet, they totally buy those. They totally buy popberry plants. So let's scoop it up. Alright, it's scooped up and put into stasis. So let's keep looking around. What else we got? What's this thing right here? Oh god, the life form is attacking! The life form... Oh god damn, the life form almost killed Ambassador Frog. Like, Ambassador Frog is down to 43% health. Yeah, that thing needs... Yeah, it needs to die. Like, aren't we just great explorers, right? The Star Trek, this is not. Like, you know, we're going down to the planet and we're just like zapping and killing everything and scooping it up into the cargo hold to sell it on the black market. Like, yeah, this is not exactly Star Trek. We're not exactly following the Prime Directive here. Oh god, no one can aim. No one can aim. I think it's like a combination of maybe engineering and navigation. I'm not really sure who exactly, you know, who does the aiming and shooting. I'm not too sure. It might be the captain. Yeah, get some of them band-aids. Yeah, like I'll have Dr. Ico. I'll have them take a look at Ambassador Frog when we get back to the ship. But we can't do anything out in the field. Your health will slowly go back up. But, god damn it, these red shirts, like, did they learn to aim from stormtroopers? Come on. There you go, there you go, you gotta hit. Alright, let's get in there and let's scoop it up. So it's hot fungus. Capture it. Okay, can I take a look at it? The hot fungus. Yeah, describe the hot fungus to me. Alright, so the hot fungus. It is a small, rounded, fungoid life form with a slimy green exterior. The surface of the fungus is cracked, and issuing from the cracks is steam and a deep red glow. The life form also gives off a tremendous amount of heat. Whenever a creature approaches too closely, the fungus sprays a shower of molten rock in that direction. So, like, this fungus is like it's like lava fungus, basically. Like, it shoots off steam and lava. Okay. this planet has a very interesting ecology, a very interesting ecosystem going on here, and we haven't even seen all of it. So, what's this thing? Is it another? It's another popberry. Let's collect it. Okay, so let's move on to the other part of the game, and that is the trading. So, yeah, let's trade. Welcome, disciples. We are the only Tandalu, the Tandalu Eshve, teachers of the one truth. So, yeah, here are the Tandalu. And there's actually two different kinds of Tandalu. To spoil it, there's the Tandalu Eshve, and then there's the Tandalu Eshvara, and they're basically like in a holy civil war. So you kind of gotta, you don't want to be too friendly with one or the other. You know, you want to just neutral, just go neutral. So what can we buy? Yeah, they look, no, look, they are friendly tentacle aliens. Look, don't disrespect their culture, all right? Now, just remember to do the ceremonial tentacle wiggle, okay? Okay, so we can buy shinium. Now, shinium is your fuel. Like, shinium is the fuel that you use to power your ship, and you can buy that here for 500 each, which is a fair price. So let me put this out there, okay? The economy in this game, like, it varies from planet to planet, and it varies, it basically varies even depending on where on the planet you land. Like, for instance, right? So this guy right here, like, he's selling nutritive fluids, and he's selling them for 450. Well, let's say that I go to a different trade post somewhere else on the planet. They might sell nutritive fluids for like 400 or for 500, and these prices are constantly in flux. So you never, basically, you know, it depends on both the region of the planet, and it depends on the individual merchant, and it depends on like what's going on in the universe. Basically, the economy is constantly in flux. Things are constantly changing, and that's what I really like about this game. All right, so let's see what we can sell to the Tandalu Eshve. So, okay, got standard goods. Now, you might notice something, right? You might notice that they aren't, like, when you go to nutritive fluids, 0. Shinium, 0. Vacuum slug, purple screecher, 0. So here's the thing. Not everyone buys everything, not all the time, okay? So, like, right now, vacuum slugs and screechers, for instance, they don't want to buy that. Now, they might want to buy it later, or if I go to a different part of the planet, maybe like where they don't have vacuum slugs and screechers, they might want to buy them. But it varies. It varies constantly. So, you know, you can't always, like, to give a great example, let's say that you go mining on a planet, right? And you mine a ton of gold, right? Well, not everyone wants to buy gold. Like, you know, gold is worth a lot, but not everyone wants it, you know? So you have to find a buyer, basically. So let's go ahead and let's start with the small goods. So we've got some medicine and narcotics from our home base. Let's sell them. Already I am flustered by your calm and clever manner. In my distracted state of mind, I forgot to attempt to barter, and begin with my highest offer of 161 SP. So here's the fun part. So yeah, not only is there this whole dynamic economy, you can barter, you can haggle, and it doesn't always work. You know, some people are more, they're more gullible than others, but yeah, it depends. So let's go ahead and give him a counter offer, because he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm crazy to give these prices. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. So I'm gonna give him a counter offer, and let's say 180. So I want 180 instead of 161. I trade not for myself, but for the survival of my race, For the sake of future generations, I must remain firm in my offer of 161. So basically, he doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to go with my offer. Now, I could try to counter offer him again, but you know that might hurt relations. So let's just agree to his price for now. So I agree, and I'm gonna sell him everything I've got. There we go. So yeah, I love the trading system in this game. It's fun. It is a whole lot of fun. So okay, let's try to sell our seeds and spores. Ah yes, the seeds and spores. I can see that you are a trader of distinction. Let us say 134. How about 140? Very well, 140. So hey, look, we did it. Alright, let's go for that. And yeah, the STV price, I'm not entirely sure what that means. It's never really explained anywhere, but I just know in general higher is better. Yeah, that sweet, sweet space gold. Alright, let's sell our vegetables and meat. Okay, so his offer is fixed at 98. Yeah, I mean, I'd guess 100% would be good, but again, you can haggle it, so let's try to get it up to 110. Agreed. So, hey, look, there we go. And yeah, the STV rating went up, so yeah, okay, that's how it works. Like, I just noticed that when I, yeah, so like I haggled it up to 110. STV went from 60 to 73%. So yeah, I guess it's like, you know, their, I guess the base price. Yeah. So yeah, again, higher is better. Yeah, so that's like, I guess if you want to set up a trade route of some kind, like if you like, yeah, it's bad, but it's all they're gonna do, you know? That's the thing, like that's a bad price, but here's what you have to realize is that the Tandaloo, they're like the only aliens around for a very long time. Like if we want to get to other species, we're gonna have to travel a whole lot of space, and that costs fuel. So while these prices might not be the best, like they're the best around, you know? That's kind of the thing. It's you take what you can get. But you know, the space trading and all that, that's only one part of the game. Alright, so the hot fungus, A, that's worth a lot of money. B, it's got a pretty good STV rating already. He says he's gonna pay that much. Let's see if we can go a little higher. So, let's try for an even 2,000, let's say. Agreed! You drive a hard bargain. So, there we go. STV rating of 100%, 2,000. Boom. And what else do we have to sell? The popberry plants. And yeah, I'd love to sell it at 298%, but again, there's going to be more merchants and there's going to be more plants. You know, we can there will be more opportunities for trading. Right now, I just want to get a little bit of money so that I can do some more training on my communications officer. Like basically, I want to train my communications officer to a point where he can communicate effectively with the Tandaloo. That's like my first goal of the game. So yeah, let's go ahead and take those popberry plants and let's sell those. Now he says 298 is his one and only offer. I think he can go a little higher. Like, I don't know, I don't like to go too high because that, but maybe like 320, right? Okay, see, he's fine with that. I don't like to go too high. You go too high, that upsets them. So okay, we've got enough money that we can train our ambassador to actually communicate, so I think we're good for right now. Yeah, like let me take a look at what the STV rating is for buying. Well, the Shinium is 100%, so I mean we could get it better elsewhere. Holovids, that's 210%, 220. Like, look at their buying. They oh man. No, this is not a good place to do any buying. Like, yeah, see, they're selling things for way, way over the base price of 100%. Yeah, they're selling things for way over. So you don't want to buy here. You want to sell here, but not buy. But yeah, like, one of the ways you can make your money is you can make your money by trading, you know, like, buy things low, sell them high. That's one way to do it. Not really how I like to play the game. Like, how I like to play the game is just kind of, I like to deal in raw resources. You know, I like I like to mine and to capture wildlife and just sell them. And so it doesn't matter if I sell them for a little bit of a bad price, because I'm still just making something from nothing. Okay, so my transferred goods will be transferred back to the ship, which, oh yeah, we have like an overhead map. So yeah, here's, like, once you're on the planet, you can actually get a better reading of the terrain. So yeah, see, now that I'm on the planet, terrain readout says, so okay, yeah, the planet has nitrogen, oxygen atmosphere, and water hydrosphere, but it has black oceans and reddish rock and dirt, with grass-like carpet life form. So the oceans on this planet are actually black. It's got black oceans. Okay, so now let's move. Yeah, so we're gonna leave that city, and our ship is to the southeast. And here's another thing you have to look out for. If you look at my energy reading is 43%. If we run out of fuel, that's a problem. Okay, like, it is a problem if we run out of fuel for our little landing ship. So, okay, let's, ooh, hot fungus. Hold on. I want to catch that hot fungus. Like, before we leave this planet, I want to catch that fungus. Come on. Just get a hit. Come on. I know you graduated from the Stormtrooper Academy, but come on. You're not even aiming at it. You're aiming in the wrong direction. Oh, God, look at, how do you miss that badly? How do you like, just, how do you shoot in completely the wrong direction? Okay, you know what? Let's not capture the hot fungus. Let's go back to our ship. And the weather is now overcast. So the weather is constantly changing too. That's another thing, the weather is constantly changing. It was hazy when we got here, and it's overcast now. Okay, so we're getting back to the vehicle. We're loading up all of our goods. And, well, I guess we're ready to disembark, right? Because like I said, I want to keep exploring, and I want to train my communications officer. That's like the most important thing I want to do. So let's go, yeah, let's disembark. Stand by. Oh, no, wait, not disembark. I always confuse the two. Disembark means get out, you know, launch it. So that's what I get for talking and not paying attention. So let's launch. Are we ready to launch? Well, get in your seats, buckle your seatbelts, and, yeah, oh, wait. Before we launch, there's something we need to do. So, first things first. Doctor. Yeah, Dr. Ico Blue. Alright, we need Dr. Ico to examine Ambassador Frog. So yeah, I'm gonna tell Dr. Ico to examine Ambassador Frog. Ambassador Frog is moderately wounded, and has a vitality of 51 and a durability of 6. So, okay, he's wounded, so I want him to be treated. So I want Dr. Ico to treat Ambassador Frog. I am starting treatment on Ambassador Frog. So there we go. So the thing is, this is not like an instantaneous thing. It's gonna take a while. Like, it's gonna take a while for Ambassador Frog to be fully healed. But basically, what this amounts to is Ambassador Frog is now, like, he's in the sick bay. So he's in the sick bay until he's needed again. Alright, so now we're ready to launch. Alright, strap in your seatbelts. Like, I know you're in the sick bay, Ambassador Frog, but, you know, buckle your buckle the safety harness on your on your medical your seat you're in, your recliner, your medical recliner. We have medical recliners on this ship. Okay, let's do it. Let's launch. 3, 2, 1, launching to space. And like, what's awesome about that is you can actually see like where you were on the planet, and it zooms out. Like that's a for real zoom out. So yeah, I love it. Yeah, that blue liquid. No, let's like look. No, no, Ambassador Frog. He's too far gone. We have to freeze him in carbonite until we can find a cure. All right, let's let's navigate out of here. So I want to go back to our home base, and I want to train Ambassador Frog. So we're leaving orbit. Okay, so let's take off. All right, let's go back home. Oh, scanners indicate unidentified object. I'm guessing it's the Tandaloo. We're just gonna keep moving. We're just gonna leave them behind. There we go. So we've just left them behind. And we're going back to our home system now. Now, I want you to take a look at the position of the planet. So when we left, right? When we left the planet was right here. Like, you know, where I am right now, that's where the planet was. Now, the planet is over on the southeast side of the system. So yes, again, the planets actually move. So let's dock at the starport. Alright, initiating docking sequence. Okay. And now we just hop out. So let's go to the captain and disembark. Okay, here we are. No, you cannot. Yeah, no, there's no clicking on the star map to go faster. There's no clicking actually. You know, no mouse. But no, the star map is just for reference. Now there is a way to get around faster. Okay, like if you want to get around faster, there's jump pods and there's wormholes. So there are ways to get around faster, but you have to, like, okay, if you want to take a wormhole, your navigation officer needs to be very skilled. Otherwise, you won't even see the wormhole. So you have to, this is where skills come into play. So let's go to the, let's go to personnel. And okay, let's train Ambassador Frog. Okay, we need him to be very well trained. So I'm gonna give him like 19 more sessions of training, as many as we can afford. There we go. Do we have any money left over? Let me check the bank. Okay, so look, the bank shows a detailed list of all of our transactions. Oh, hey, look, we got 26 credits of interest. That's nice. Okay. We can do a little more training if we want. Don't think we need to, but we can. And actually, I would like to train our engineer a little bit. Or maybe our navigator. Could go either way. I accidentally hit training on Ambassador Frog. Let's switch characters. So, yeah, our engineer is pretty decent. Yeah, let's train Jim to be better at navigating. So let's give him like 10 units of training. So he's a little bit better at navigating now. Well, you're smarter than you were, just a little bit. Okay, so let's go back over here. Oh, wait, hold on, there's something we need to do. I totally forgot. There's something we need to do. We need to check operations. So yeah, like every time you make a visit back to your headquarters, you want to check with Interstellar Operations, because every now and then there's some kind of news, you know, there's something going on in the universe. So let's check the notices. Okay, here we go. 201-4639. Notice, now available in ship configuration are 2 new items, which every captain is sure to want. The first is a device developed by our scientists right here at the starport. It is called a blastopod, and fits into your ship just like a cargo pod. It is extremely powerful torpedo designed for use in ship-to-ship combat. Guaranteed to destroy any alien ship or your money back. Well, that sounds promising. So these are available at the low price of only 50,000 SP. And remember, quantities are limited. Okay, so yeah, my ship is equipped to carry one of these pods. Okay, so that was the only message, I guess. There's nothing new, right? Oh, hey, there are more messages. Okay. For sale, 14 tons of delightful fungus chews. Must sell fast. They're a little moldy, but who's going to notice? Please see Captain Heimlich of the ISS Pequod. You can find him on the third stool in the Nebula Lounge. End of messages. Okay. Nothing else? That's it. And I can, yeah, you can repeat them. Don't need to do that. Okay. So yeah, things are happening. Events are unfolding in the universe. So let's go ahead and save. Takes a while. There we go. Save and resume. Okay. So yeah, I think we've done pretty much everything we need to do now. So now that the communications officer is properly trained, and the navigation officer too, let's try to make first contact with the Tandaloo. Let's try to do it the right way. Okay? So let's beam back onto our ship and let's get ready to take off. So launch procedures. I'm ready. Calibrating. Okay, so again, universal launch code 34789. You know, don't have to look at any star maps, I'm good. Alright, let's go. Buckle them seatbelts. 3, 2, 1. Whoosh. Okay, so we're in space again. And let's go try to, let's try to have a meeting with the Tandaloo. I think it's about that time. So let's just go near their system, and we should get hailed. Like, if we just kind of sit around, they should hail us pretty quickly. So, oh, yep, scanners indicate unidentified object. That's probably them. So, let's wait. Let's wait until they hail us. We could hail them for, here we go. Yes, well, new disciples. Greetings and blessings of the Tandaloo Eshve. I am Commander Pop of this most hallowed vessel. You have heard of our teachings, and you have come to learn from us. Let us... what else they got? Let us now begin. So, okay, we can actually talk to them now. Yeah, so see, the last time we tried to talk to them, because we didn't know how to communicate, like, all we were getting was, like, a bunch of tentacle wiggles, and, you know, they're making Zoidberg noises and flailing and just throwing their alien tentacle goo all over the place. Like, we didn't understand what it meant. But now we know what the pops and clicks and wiggles, we know what they mean now. So, let's talk to them. Let's, oh, we're receiving. Ah yes, mysterious signs and ambiguous portents have foretold of your arrival. Nothing you can do or say can surprise us, for we are the Tandaloo Eshve, and our wisdom is the wisdom of Thdak Bur. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Okay, so again, let's try to talk to them. So let's go to our communications officer. Let's respond. Ambassador Frog, be friendly. Okay, this is Captain Double of the starship ISS Awesome. We are on a peaceful exploration mission. Okay. Perhaps I shall... Oh, it was too fast. Such is the strength of our faith in Thdak Bur that we do not require of it that it makes sense. In fact, we prefer that it does not. Okay. Well, let me get in there. So... we can terminate, we can posture, we can question, we can statement. Oh, they're talking again. Alright. Take our advice. Shun and despise the Eshvara. They twist the truth with malevolent perversion, and will attempt to sell you their false religion. The audacity and arrogance of the Tandalu Eshvara is beyond belief. They maintain that they are the cause of all good in the universe, and that every little thing they do is of vast cosmic significance. Okay, again, they do not like the Eshvara very much. Oh, hey, Senior Soto. It's Starflight 2. And, let me take a sip of my drink. I'm quite, streaming for, near 5 hours, so... Un momento. Okay. So let's see, what do they say here? How can they be so small-minded? Clearly, it is we who are the cause of all good. Alright, so let's, they're not even letting me get a question in. Okay, just last week, at the 5th augury of the most potent divination, I neglected to fully achieve a complete counter-rotation with my mediate stamen. This slight transgression, when magnified through the power of Thdak Bur-Ah, is no doubt responsible for your current misguided state. Okay, can I ask them a question about, general information? Do you have any information you can share with us? The first lesson of Thdak Bur-Ah is the law of universal harmonious discord. As is obvious, all elements of the universe vibrate in a vast ambient discordance. Those actions most intrinsically significant are those which achieve a discordance in harmony with the universal discordance. Okay. How about a question about themselves? Yeah, we would appreciate more information about you. Yes, space refreshments. Alright, let's see. Yes, well, a most auspicious beginning to your initiation as a disciple. Yes, now you begin to learn the way of the Eshve, the way of truth. Certainly, yes. The Thdak Bur-Ah. Okay. Can we make a statement? As representatives of the people of Arth, we extend our best wishes and our hope for equitable relations in the future. Is it in fact the case that you have come here to learn of Thdak Bur-Ah? I guess, yes, I have come to learn. Yes. In the grand cosmic scheme of things, I sense that we have talked just the correct amount of time. I must therefore terminate our discussion before we create a dangerous imbalance of cosmic forces. Communications have been terminated. Okay, well, that's the Tandalu Eshve. Yeah, that's the Tandalu Eshve. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's navigate away. Yeah, the Tandalu, they're mostly harmless, but, you just gotta try not to say the wrong thing. That's the main thing. Just don't say the wrong thing. Okay, we're near a system. Yeah, they sure know how to end a call. It's just, yeah, I believe we have spoken for the right amount of time. Goodbye. Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna go back to exploring now. So, let's see, we got, oh, we got 4 planets. So, let's check it out. What have we got? Let's go into orbit. That looks like a... You know what? Well, okay, I don't want to pass up something that might be legit. So, let's go ahead. And let's have the science officer do a scan. So, Mr. TMD, give me a report. Okay, it's hydrogen, helium, oxygen, hydrosphere. It's a gas giant, right? Yeah, it's a gas giant. We can't land there. So never mind. Let's keep it moving. Nothing to see here. So what about this planet right here? Yeah, what do we got right here? Well, it doesn't look like it's on fire, so that's a plus. Let's take a look. This might be promising. Science officer, Mr. TMD, give me a report. Ooh, I like this. It's got a 67% mineral content. That's very good. Ooh, look, even better. The atmosphere is nitrogen, oxygen, and the hydrosphere is water. So, okay, this is important for a few reasons, alright? So one of the ways you can make money in this game is by finding habitable, colonizable planets. And there's a lot of very specific requirements when it comes to a habitable planet. So a habitable planet, it needs to have, like, it needs to at least have oxygen in the atmosphere. And this planet meets that. It has to have water in the hydrosphere. It's got that. So, okay, let's keep looking. Oh, I'll show you how we mine in a minute. This might be a good planet to mine, actually. But let's you know, before we get too excited, let's get a better analysis. Okay, what do we got? Okay. So the surface is mostly frozen. That we can still work with that. The gravity is 95 Gs, which is, you know, a little light, but that's fine. That's within acceptable parameters. The atmosphere is very thin, acceptable. Temperature is Arctic to tropical, which, tropical is okay. Arctic might be too cold, I don't know. But I think we're good. And the global weather is none. So this is a very, yeah, this is a very stable planet. It has the right atmosphere. It's got water. It's got gravity, the right gravity. The weather's not too harsh. Yeah, this should be a colonizable planet. So I'm gonna go ahead. There's no culture, right? There's no biosphere, so of course there's no culture. So, okay. Let's go to the captain, and let's log the planet. So we can, so yeah, again, one of the ways to make money is to recommend planets for colonization. So I'm gonna recommend this planet. I'm gonna say yes. So now we get to name the planet. Any ideas? Anyone have an idea for this this frozen planet that we might name? What do we want to call this frozen planet that is potentially habitable? I mean, it's our call, like what we want to call it. But I think the last one I found like this, I called it Hoth. I think on Red Bear's suggestion. But how about a different one? Anyone got a good name for a planet? Deep Blue. That's a good one. Well, Frog said it first. So let's call it Deep Blue. Alright, the recommendation has been logged. And we'll have to go check back at our base to see if they accepted it or not. But hey, look, I think Deep Blue is fine. Yeah, Walt Disney. The next planet. The next planet will be Walt Disney. Alright? Like, we'll make sure that planet Walt Disney is full of, like, carnivorous giant amoebas. But, yeah, we'll check that one out next time. So, we can land now. Oh, and, oh, man, that would have been a good reference. Anna froze. Yeah, that would have been a good reference. But, again, next time. The next frozen planet we come across. You know, Frog got it in first. So let's land on the planet. I think we have all the analysis that we need, so let's land. This planet has a 67% mineral content, which is pretty damn good. You know, could be higher, but that's pretty good. It's the best one we've found so far. So, okay, where do we want to land? So when it comes to mining, in general, like just in general, you want to land on the higher elevations. The higher elevations, the mountains, they tend to be where all the good ore is. So, I'm just gonna pick a site, like maybe, I don't know. You know what, let's go to the northern side of the planet. I want to go to this patch of white right here, like this mountainous region right here. Okay? So we're gonna land right there. 58 north, 97 east, that's where we're gonna land. I'm ready for it. Let's do it. Take us down. Alright, computing descent profile. We're going down. Strap your seatbelts in. We're entering the atmosphere. And touchdown. Safe landing, Commander. Alright. Thanks, Navigator Jim. So, yeah, we're down on the planet. let's hop out. Let's hop out and go exploring. Let's go looking for some minerals. So we're gonna disembark. All right, overcast weather. Ambassador Frog is still a little bit injured. That's okay. There's no alien life forms to eat us. So you see these little symbols right here? The little cross, you know, the picks. That means you can mine. It means that there's ore located in that spot. So let's take a look. Molybdenum. So we've got 5.4 units of molybdenum. It's worth 160 each. You know, not that great, but we can sort it out later. So let's pick it up. And that's how you mine. Mining it's basically just like picking up, you know, it's just like scooping up alien life forms, but you don't have to shoot it first. Oh, look, there's lots of, you know what, let's take a look at the map. Okay, so the planet is cracked plains and hills of blue tinted snow and ice. So this is a 100% frozen planet. Okay, so the zoomed out view of the map shows that there's a couple of minerals around us, a couple more to the north and a little bit west. We'll try to pick up as much as we can. Oh yeah, mining is a lot easier than having to shoot first. Looks like there's lots of molybdenum on the planet, so let's go ahead and scoop all that up. I don't know if we'll be able to sell it to anyone. Oh hey, look, aluminum. Okay, it's worth a bit more too. Now remember the value, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, okay? Like, something could say it's worth 500, but if no one's gonna actually buy it, then, you know, that's the problem. Okay, so we're finding lots of molybdenum, aluminum. Okay. How about this one? Again, molybdenum. So I'm gonna go back to the ship, and I'm just gonna dump all the ore off. Because, see, look, the little Land Rover, it has a very limited amount of energy. You cannot... So this is kind of a mechanic. Now, the more you level up your engineer, the more time you have on the planet. But this is a mechanic. Like, it basically forces you to, like, if you want to really explore the whole planet, you need to get back in your ship, and you need to pick a different landing spot. You know, you can't, like you can't circumnavigate the globe in your little Land Rover. Yeah, that's the STV 100% price. But again, good luck, right? Good luck getting that price for your goods. So let's disembark again. And we went a little bit south of the ship that last time. Let's take a look around. There's a little bit of ore to the north, but let's try going to the west. All right. Oh, new map data. Let's take a look at that. Okay, there's some ore directly north. Let's check that out. Now, here's something else that can happen. Okay, like, depending on environmental factors, you might lose sight of the ship. Like, if you look at the, you know, under status, you can see the ship is 15 kilometers southeast. Well, like, let's say the weather gets really bad, or there's like some kind of electrical storm causing interference. You might actually lose sight of the ship, as in, like, you might actually get lost on the planet. That's a really bad thing. You don't want to get lost on like an uninhabited alien planet. You don't want to do that, okay? Alright, got a little bit more molybdenum. Let's move north. I think there was some more minerals up here, but the minerals, they're not looking that great. Yeah, I'm only finding 2 types of minerals, and neither one is really worth that much. So, while this planet does have a very high mineral content, the actual minerals are not very good. So let's just scoop up one more thing of aluminum or molybdenum, and then let's go back to the ship. I think we'll be done here for right now. Oh, antimony. It's worth 280. That's nice. Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it, right? Is always memorize the ship coordinates. But see, here's the thing: you're assuming that your little, you know, compass navigation thing. You're assuming that works, which in a, you know, electrical magnetic storm, it might not. So Okay, so we're transferring all of our goods onto the vehicle. Okay. Yeah, we're about done here. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I want to show off before we leave the planet. So, yeah, these little things on the bottom. Okay, what about icons? What does that do? Well, here's what it does. So, this kind of gives you a key of, like, what everything is. So, like, you know, you can see, like, large producers, that's plants. You know, yeah, and then you can see, like, different types of alien life forms you might run into. Well, this is kind of a spoiler, but there's other things you can run into. For instance, okay, like, I know you see it, right? Ancient ruins. So, yeah. You can encounter ancient ruins of, like, long dead alien civilizations, and you can actually plunder those ruins for very valuable and sometimes useful alien artifacts. So yeah, you want to keep an eye out for ruins. Very hard to find them, but if you do find them, it's worth it. And then yeah, then you got the trade centers, and then oh yeah, look, they even have different classifications for, like, yeah, see, like, for Stone Age aliens, Metal Age aliens, Industrial Age aliens, and then spacefaring aliens. So yes, there are all kinds of alien races that we can encounter. Alright? Like, we, you know, Prime Directive be damned, we can do whatever we want. Alright, so let's launch. Okay, I think we've pretty much gotten most of what we want out of this planet. I don't really think we need to be here anymore. There's other planets to check out too. So let's launch. Let's get out of here. So buckle up. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Whoosh. And look, that little square of the map we were on, just look at it slowly fade away and zoom out, and man, it makes you feel small. So let's leave. We've gotten pretty much all we want to get out of this planet. We will go back to our base, and we will check and see if, like, if the planet is worth colonizing. So let's maneuver. And let's check out some of the other planets, because, you know, there's other places in the solar system to look at. So what about this big purple planet? Or, excuse me, this big orange planet? I'm guessing it's a gas giant. But let's take a look. Let's go to the bridge. The science officer, Mr. TMD, give me a report and analysis, please. Okay. It's got gold, silicon, titanium. That would be nice if it wasn't a gas giant. It's a gas giant. I kind of figured these gigantic monocolor planets, they're usually gas giants. And yeah, we cannot land on those. The gravity is way too heavy anyway. So let's maneuver out here, and let's check the other. Let's just check out the last planet in the system, and then we'll make a return trip back to base. Okay. So, it's a relatively small planet. It almost looks like a moon, but it has some splotches of blue. Yeah, this looks interesting. Again, Mr. TMD. Please do give me a scanner analysis and report. Oh, now look at that. So this planet, it's got 72% mineral content. The atmosphere is chlorine compounds. Hydrosphere is carbon monoxide. Now the lithosphere, what interests me there is the gold. The gold, that might have value. So let's see if we can land there. Okay, the planet has very low gravity. That's good. So it's another ice planet. Atmosphere is very thin. Temperatures are subarctic. So it's very cold. Our crew might have a hard time down there. The weather is very calm, but yeah, we might have issues down there. I don't know. I think this is a point of interest. Okay, like, I think that this planet is definitely something we might want to take a look at a later date and time to, you know, to scoop up some gold. But I think that, again, just for now, let's just keep it in mind. And let's go to the bridge. No, we don't want to land here. Not this time. And again, it has a 72% mineral content, so it's pretty good. Oh, we should go mining. No, we will go mining later, though. I'm just going to make a note of this for now. But remember, we have all those minerals in our cargo hold already. Yeah, no, this is again, keep it in mind for later. But yeah, we will be coming back to that planet, and it's just like it's the second to last planet in the system. Like, its position is going to change, but it's always going to be the second to last planet. Oh, hey, look, Ambassador Frog is fully healed. Also, we're detecting motion. X -5, Y 4. That's something we might want to check out. Oh, log the planet. That's when you want to colonize the planet. Like, that's for colonization. You don't want to log every planet. Because if you, here's the thing, if you log a planet for colonization and it's not suitable, you'll actually get fined. Like, they will actually fine you money. You know, they'll fine you for, like, you know, for telling them that the planet is habitable, and then, you know, they send colonists and they just fucking die. So yeah, they'll fine you. They'll sanction you for that. So you want to make damn sure that the planet is suitable before you log it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go to the planet. Yeah, my reputation as a Starfleet captain is on the line here, or an interstellar captain, that is. You know, Starfleet copyright, trademark, and all that. So let's go ahead and dock at our starport. All right, let's hop out. Alright, so, I know that, you know, there's a trade post here. It's not what you think it is, though. So if we go to the trade depot... Yeah, see, they say they offer a wide selection of goods. Not quite. Yeah, so, see, we can buy some minerals, some elements, and we can buy some artifacts, like a TV life form shield, like, yeah, you know, there's some things we can buy here. But when it comes to selling, yeah, see, look, when it comes to selling, oh yeah, there's plenty of room to mine, but like I said, I want to check, yeah, I want to check our evaluation, see if that planet, see if it's suitable. Yeah, but like when you go to sell things, the only thing that our home base buys, the only thing they buy is alien artifacts. Like, that is literally the only thing they're interested in. So if you find alien artifacts, you want to take them back to home base and sell them to our scientists, and that's basically yeah, so like our mission, if we have a mission, our mission is only to bravely go where no one's gone before, to explore, to bring back interesting alien artifacts, to you know, to open economic relations with other species. That's basically our mission. So yeah, that's why we can't just sell everything to our home base. They want you to go and do the economy thing. So let's go to operations, and let's check our notices. Oh, look, there's a new notice. Borno, you'll have to find me first. Xenon. Oh, that's like a long-running little story going on. Like, there's basically, like, there's these two characters, Borno and Xenon, and it's like, Xenon's like, I'm coming for you, Borno, and Borno's like, you have to find me first, and it's this, like, ongoing little sub-story thing that's constantly going on. So I think that's all for our notices. Yeah, that's all the notices. So here's the, you know, rub your hands, cross your fingers, it's time to check our evaluation and see if our report was successful. It's time to see if planet Deep Blue is suitable for colonization. Evaluation. Oh, hey, look! It worked. So yeah, planet Deep Blue, evaluation. Good work. You have located the optimal planet. You have earned a bonus of 45,000 SPs for this recommendation. So yeah, it's actually really profitable to look for, you know, for new Earth-like or Arth-like planets. The thing is that, like, when you colonize planets successfully, you make a lot of money, like a lot of money. It's actually more like if you do nothing but explore, you can totally upgrade your ship to maximum and have tons of money left over just, just exploring. Yeah, it's worth it, man. It is totally worth it to go exploring. This game rewards you for your exploration. So again, I have to bring the comparison up. Better than No Man's Sky. Just boom, drop the mic. Oh yeah, we can buy, but yeah, like, why would I want to buy the alien artifact? That's the thing. I don't have a reason to have it yet. That's sort of the thing. I don't really have a reason to have the alien artifact just yet. Maybe later, right? Maybe later. There's actually much better things I'd like to do with that money, namely training. I'd like to train my personnel, and I'd like to upgrade my ship. There's other things I'd like to do. So yeah, first things first, training. So I think the ambassador, he's fully upgraded for communications. So Dr. Ico Blue, people keep getting hurt. Okay, like everyone keeps getting hurt on our away missions. So yeah, let's train Dr. Ico to be good with medicine. Okay, that way we'll heal up faster. Red Shirt Bear, let's train him to be the best engineer he can possibly be. There we go. So he's the best bug engineer he can possibly be. I'm not really too sure what matters with captain skills. I'll do that last. Then we have Jim, the navigator. So let's go ahead and upgrade him to maximum. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, like I said, there's just other things I'd like to do with my money right yet. Like what I'd like to do first, before I go getting, artifacts and all that. What I would rather do is I would rather get my crew fully trained, like 100% trained. Okay, so everyone is pretty much maxed out now, I think, when it comes to their core skills. So now, I'm just gonna give like some basic training to the captain in all areas. Like I'm just gonna make sure the captain has basic training in everything. And that's just like if someone goes down, right? Like if one crew member dies for whatever reason, basically the captain can kind of pick up the slack. So yeah, there we go. And we still have some money left over, so maybe we can get some upgrades to our ship. Maybe. Let's take a look. So I've got 10,000 SP, a little bit over. What might I want to get, if I can get anything at all? Not a whole lot. Armor. Oh man, I just noticed. So okay, like look, take a look at my armor, right? Notice how my ship has no armor? Now, I'm sure you remember that my ship had armor when we first started. Like, we had armor, and now we don't. And that could be for a number of reasons. Like, when we land on less than favorable planets, yeah, the armor might go. When, alien life forms attack, they might go for the ship. You never know. A storm on the planet. So, yeah, like, let's go ahead and let's get some fresh armor. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get some decent armor. I'd like to get, we could go all the way for class 3 armor if we want to. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get class 3 armor, which, that weights us down. Like, that weighs us down a little bit. But like I said, I'd really like to have good armor. Make our ship nice and durable. So, okay. Yeah, there we go. Like, that's what I'd like to do with my money right there. I put the money into getting a better, a little bit of an upgrade for the ship, for training all of our crew. So the entire crew now is the best of the best. They are the leaders of their field. Everybody can do their job perfectly. And that's what you want. You really want that. Like, you want a crew that can function. Like, you know, it does not do any good to have a crew that is just terrible. So, okay, let's go ahead and save. And oh yeah, that yeah, let's take a look. Is anything broken? No repairs are needed. Yeah, the ship needs no repairs right now. We're good. And I believe that's actually that's like if we get into a fight. Like if we get into a fight and the ship's structure starts taking damage, that's what that's for. Our engineer can also do that. The engineer can totally do repairs. Which is, again, that's why I want to have him perfectly trained. So, okay, like, we've got, we saved the game, we checked our notices, we, got a successful planet. It's a good start to things. It's a good start to the action. And, I think this is a good place to leave it for now. Just because I've been streaming for almost 5 hours, so, you know, my throat's, havoc on the throat. But, yeah, that's Starflight 2. Now, so here's my thoughts, right? Let me give my thoughts about the game. I love this game. I only played this game relatively recently. This is one of those games that I played it for my stream a while back and I loved it. I fucking love this game. It has become one of my favorite space sim games, like, of all time. And again, no nostalgia for it. I just started playing it, you know, this year. And I love it. Like, I think this, like, when I say that this is more fun than something like No Man's Sky, I'm not, you know, that's not a joke, that's not satire, that's not hyperbole. That's me being honest with how I feel about the game. Like, this is a good space sim. This is a very good space sim, and it does a lot of very interesting things, and a lot of things that were kind of ahead of its time, like the dynamic economy system. You know, how you can kind of go down to the planets and look around and do things. Like, most modern space sims don't even let you go down to the planet, like the X games. But yeah, I don't know. I like this game a whole lot, and I hope it was interesting. I hope that I hope it interested some of you as well. It's a really good game. Gotta get around to Star Control sometime now, huh?